everyone, Merriah here. I just thought I'd stop by and talk for a few minutes. I know a lot of people have been commenting on me and praying for me, and I really surely appreciate that. I just wanted to chat for just a second, not too long, and tell you what the reason why that I had surgery. I have had pretty severe health issues off and on, not all the time. Approximately 12 and a half years ago, I had streptococcal meningitis, which is a bad meningitis. I was in the hospital a long time, and I had to recoup a long time with that one. And since then, I've been significantly sick with different diseases, and I like to do the lawn care. I like to help Wesley as much as I can and help us because we have 5 children together, and let's see, we're on our 10th grandchild, so we have responsibilities and stuff as adults, and I just wanted to help everybody or help myself, and I like to work. In July, approximately July of this year, I was riding the mower and the 71, 72, can't ever remember, a big mower. And I felt so sick. I mean, just horrible sick. Um, and I went to the doctor. I had diverticulitis. Um, every bounce, my stomach hurt. Every movement, my stomach hurt. I'm a large gal, but uh, just everything hurt. And I just couldn't do that anymore. I can't be out in the blazing hot sun with an infection or diverticulitis. It's just too hard on me. So I decided to talk to my gastroenterologist, and he did some testing, all that gross testing, and he decided that I need to speak to a surgeon. So I went and spoke to a surgeon, and he recommended that I have a colon resection. So a colon resection is where they go in laparoscopically and they cut out whatever they need to cut. And just as a thought, diverticulitis is quite common, but what it does is when you eat, it puts pockets, like weak siding. Like if you were to have a tire and have a little bubble on the side of the tire, it would blow out because that bubble. So that's the same premise for diverticulitis. It can blow out your intestines, and it can be very life-threatening, and it can be very bad for you. You can have septic shock. You can actually die from diverticulitis, and my last bout was fairly difficult to get through. But I mowed, and I kept on going, and just took antibiotics. And antibiotics are very harsh on your system, so I don't want to go that route anymore. So I'm working on my health. I'm trying to eat better, drink lots of water, fruits and vegetables, just the whole 9 yards. So October, I wanted to put my surgery like towards the end of mowing season because I didn't want to leave Wesley completely with nobody. But the surgeon said that my pocket, he was surprised it hadn't burst at that time. And so I was hesitant because it's a major surgery. I just, honestly, I just did not want to go through all that, to be honest. But I prayed about it. I talked to Wes about it. I didn't really want to do it in October because we're still mowing. We still have a lot of winter jobs to do. I wanted to play with my grandchildren. I wanted to, do fall stuff. I love fall. But someone made a comment to me that, hey, you need to just get it done so that you can choose your surgeon. But if it bursts, you cannot choose your surgeon. It's going to be an emergent situation, and you're just going to have to do it. And I was like, oh, God. Okay. So October 24th, I had surgery. I don't really remember much about that day. I woke up with a tube down my nose, tubes in my arms and other places, drainages on my stomach. Um, it was horrible. It was just, I could not move. I had a binder on, like a cheap girdle. It was horrible. I don't recall much of that day. Wesley was with me. I think Arista came the next day. Matthew brought me a huge bouquet of flowers. I remember that. It was fall flowers. That was nice. I still have them actually. Um, the next day they came in and they wouldn't let me out of the bed um, because they were concerned that I might fall or something, and that would be that. So I just lay in the bed, just moaning and groaning and doing what sick people do. And then Wednesday, the doctor came, or the doctor's assistant, I believe, came in, and he was saying he was going to wean me off the pain pump and put me on pills. And then the next day, he would try to do the pills and up my water intake and all that jazz. That evening, I think that was like 9 o'clock, something like that. That evening, the actual surgeon came in and he said, "Hey, how would you feel about going home?" And this was 3 days after my surgery. I said, "I don't know. He goes, "Well, I'm going to tell you, there's COVID, RSV, and the flu mixed as one in the hospital. And he does not want me to get this." I was wondering, as soon as I woke up from surgery, they gave me a flu shot. And I thought, this is just weird. Okay, so here I am having flu-like symptoms plus surgery symptoms. That was kind of strange, but okay. Now I understand why they did this to me. And I said, well, okay. He goes, "I'll keep close tabs on you. Don't worry. I'm not going to, you and I are in this together." And so I went home. It was miserable the first few days. I was in so much pain. I could not move. I could not walk. I could not eat. I had to have Wesley help me out of the bed. For the first 2 weeks, I had no energy, none. But I started coming back alive, sitting in the recliner, doing little things, talking to my grandchildren on video chat. My oldest grandchild is 4, so he's so sweet. Fletcher Rue and Gideon and Alexander. But anyhow, I started feeling better, and then all of a sudden I started feeling worse. And I thought, now body, you cannot do this to me. Why am I feeling so bad? I have an infection now in my stomach next to my incision line, and I may, next week on Thursday, I'm going to have another surgery. It's a small surgery, but nonetheless, it's a surgery. They're just going to drain. I have an abscess, and so it's not very common, but it is. I figured something like that would happen. Is like 6% of the people that get colon resections, they have this issue, and so that's like 1 in 18 or 1 in 20 or something like that. And I've been on like heavy duty antibiotics. Actually, I'm sitting here at Kroger's. Wesley's getting some things because I just couldn't walk through Kroger's. I had a lot of doctor's appointments today. So I am in good spirits. I cherish everyone's comments. I am looking at having another surgery, just a small one. But hopefully not. Maybe the antibiotics will do their work. I don't know. He doesn't seem to think so, the surgeon, but he's going to err on the side of caution and not drain that, because theoretically, anytime that you have a needle in a sterile environment, you can still introduce bacteria into your body, and that's not something I need at this point in my life. So I've been helping as much as I can with household chores and all that kind of stuff. But Wesley's been working, doing what he can do. Wesley likes to dabble in Instacart and DoorDash and all that kind of stuff when he's not mowing. And Matthew's been really helpful. And my daughter Arista and my other son Wesley, they been checking up on me and just, being good children, like, like we raised them. So I just wanted to get on and hop on and tell you why had surgery. And I've had a lot of questions like why I had surgery. Was there something dastardly that happened? It was a planned surgery. Not that I wanted to do it. It was something I had to do. And so I just wanted to talk just for a few minutes. And I really, really, really appreciate all the well wishes and all that. And maybe eventually when we get to 1,000, we're going to do a live and do a giveaway and all that good stuff. So I look forward to that. Anyhow, it was nice talking to you guys. Feel free to leave any comments. I'll answer them. I've been answering most of the comments on our YouTube. So just remember that we love you guys and we thank you so much. I hope you have a good evening.